Live from the campus, the Blue Ribbon, National Blue Ribbon campus of Notre Dame Schools. Welcome to Lions Main Event 2021. I'm Dr. Michael Bates, President of Notre Dame Schools, and with me is my good friend Scott Mahalik. Welcome, Scott.
Thank you, Dr. Bates, for having me once again this year. Ladies and gentlemen, we have an outstanding evening planned for you folks tonight, and we'll be talking about a little bit later on here as the night goes on.
It's a beautiful spring day. I'm not sure if you were outside. I don't know if you were moving mulch. I don't know if you were at your kid's baseball game and you had to put away a helmet. You had to take care of all kinds of things, but I thank you for being with us. This is a moment where we're coming out of a COVID winter, hopefully, where we get to think about life that isn't just wintry. This is a tree that sits outside the office here. And just weeks ago, as you know, there was snow everywhere. Today there is sunshine. And as we gather today to drink wine, to open up the party pack and have a lot of fun, we're here for one main reason, and it's to ensure that Catholic education is affordable here at Notre Dame-Cathedral Latin and Notre Dame Elementary School.
You know, a lot of our things we sit here, we want to thank some of our sponsors tonight.
We are particularly grateful to you, Pat and Janet O'Brien of O'Brien Chevrolet. Thank you for standing with us. Thank you for being our title sponsor for the main event, not just for this year, but for many years.
And also would like to thank our presenting sponsor here tonight, the Kruschke family, Don and Sandra Kruschke with Plastics Machinery Group.
And so what we'd like to do in this moment is to introduce some of the talent and the folks who are coming up. Next on camera is Olivia Artino. She's one of our students here at NDCL. She is the grandchild of Pat and Janet O'Brien. Following her will be one of our alumni, Johnny Britt, who comes to us from Los Angeles. Johnny Britt is a member of the class, the Cathedral Latin class of 1975. Johnny Britt is a jazz trumpeter, a vocalist. He sung with the Temptations. My goodness, what a great performer and one of our shining lights among our alumni. And so right now, as we head on out to Olivia and Johnny Britt, please give a listen.
On behalf of my grandparents, Pat and Janet O'Brien, we welcome you to the 2021 Lions Main Event.
Well, hello, everyone. This is Johnny Britt, alumni of Cathedral Latin, class of 1975. Had a great time at Cathedral Latin, and the memories, the spirit of Latin they just stay with me all throughout my life. My travels around the world, I've done quite a bit. In Latin, my imagination was really, really big. I just imagined myself being on stage with the biggest stars in the world and recording with the biggest stars in the world. And that actually kind of happened. I became the youngest ever musical director for the Temptations. My imagination, it led me to become the co-music producer of the Emmy Award-winning film The Temptations, along with singing with the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame group Little Anthony and the Imperials, as well as being signed to Motown Records. That's my story, it's my imagination. Each day through my window, I watch her as she passes by. I say to myself, you're such a lucky guy. Yeah, to have a girl like her, it's truly a dream come true. Out of all the fellas in the world, she belongs to you. But it was just my imagination once again, running away with me. It was just my imagination running away with me. Ooh. running away with me. Just my imagination. That's what happened to me at Cathedral Latin. I just let my dreams and my imagination take me away, take me far away. And I'm so grateful for Cathedral Latin. Yes. Thank you, Cathedral Latin. Thank you very, very, very much. Now back to Michael. Enjoy the show.
Johnny Britt, my friend, thank you so much. A year ago,
hello,
I can't believe it was a
everyone.
year
This
ago
is
when
Johnny
we were
Britt, alumni of
in the
Cathedral
club
Latin,
and you were
class of
playing the trumpet on
1975.
stage with
Had a
friends
great
of yours
time
and
at
friends of
Cathedral
mine.
Latin,
You have such a
and
talent
the
and such a gift,
memories,
and I
the
thank you for
spirit
bringing
of
that
Latin
talent
stay-
to our
is to
audience
stay with
today.
me.
Johnny is one of tens of thousands of our alumni who are transforming the world in so many ways. One of you at home has one of these little planes.
Fly around the world.
Flying around the world. One of you has this little plane in your bag, and because you do, guess what? You win today a $500 gift card to Southwest Airlines, and hopefully you'll get to use it and travel. We are emerging from COVID winter. If you have that plane, please text us here at the studio, and we will make sure to get you that prize.
And you can go ahead and text that to 440-644-0888. You know, a lot of great things are happening here tonight. A lot of you folks have already gone and registered. And you guys are bidding today by your mobile app on your iPhone or on your iPad or even maybe on the computer here tonight. All you have to do is go to mainevent2021.ggo.bid. So that's mainevent2021.ggo.bid. Get yourself registered here. A lot of great things have been on here this evening. Also, when we get done here tonight at about 5 o'clock or so, don't forget that silent auction is open till 9 p.m. tonight. And we're going to be talking about that Holy Family Fund here in just a little bit, and you have all the way up until Wednesday, March 31st at 9 p.m. to go ahead and put your pledges in there.
On this evening, we hope to bring to you talent. We hope to bring to you fun. We hope to bring to you mission moments from key leaders on this campus. The next person who is going to get our party started is a friend of ours. It's Gianni Vanni. A few years ago, I was recently moved here from Los Angeles, went to buy groceries. There's this guy. He's saying, "Hello, I'm Gianni Vanni. I'd like to sell you some wine." And Gianni is a fabulous young man. He is a person who knows wine. And what I'd like to do is introduce you to him because he is from Tuscany. And he's here in Toledo, Ohio, except he calls it Toledo, Ohio, but we call it Toledo. He's going to introduce you to some wonderful wines. Ladies and gentlemen, Gianni Vanni.
Hi, my name is Gianni Vanni. I'm the founder and owner of Undiscovered Tuscany. We offer small tours of Tuscany, southern Italy, and Spain. If you need some more information about us, you can check our website, utuscany.com. I'm pleased to be here today and host a virtual wine tasting. If you have a party pack, now is the time to uncork those and get your wine glasses ready for our tasting. Before you do that, take a look at the bottom of your wine bottles. If you have a main sticker on the bottom like this, congratulations, you won a case of my favorite Italian wines that I hand selected for you. We're gonna have two wines, one Chardonnay and one Pinot Noir. They're both from Summerland Winery. It's located in Central Coast, Paso Robles, in a small town of Summerland, near the sea, the coast. So the Chardonnay is a typical Chardonnay flavor. You pretty much pour the wine in the glass and do not drink it from the bottle if it looks really cute and nice. You just move the wine around to let the air be in contact with the wine, so it will open up, and after you smell it. So the smell is pretty much a lot of, it's a pretty much flavor profile of the Chardonnay grape, which is a lot of pineapple, a lot of pear, and there is a little bit of touch of oak. It's a very food-friendly wine, so you can just enjoy with chicken salad, for example, or pork, or any seafood you like. Cheers. Second wine is a Pinot Noir. The same winery. You do the same. Please do not drink it from the bottle, but pour it in a glass. This wine is very light, lots of strawberry, raspberry on the nose. It's lovely with any kind of salmon dishes or any kind of pork or chicken meals you want to prepare, or it's just like a wine you can drink by itself. Don't need any food. You can also enjoy with your charcuterie board. Also in the package we're going to include a small sample of olive oil that you can actually taste with your homemade bread, and we're going to include some information how to purchase this olive oil. This olive oil comes from the mill in Tuscany where I'm from. It's fresh pressed. It was pressed only 3 months ago. It's delicious, and I think you're gonna enjoy it. And we're gonna include some information on how to order this beautiful, great olive oil. So I hope you enjoy these wines I picked out, but most of you, thank you for being part of this event today and supporting Notre Dame schools. Don't forget to bid on the wine tasting package in the auction, because the tasting is going to be with me. Now over to Michael and Scott. Ciao.
Gianni Vanni, thank you so much. Dear man, you certainly know wine, and thank you for getting our party started. If you really want to have a great party, there's a wonderful auction item where Gianni is going to be able to be in your home and taste wine for 10 of your closest friends. Gianni, thank you for presenting to us and for making that possible. You know, our auction is getting going. Everything tonight is wonderful and happening and starting. So what we'd like to do is turn over an introduction to each of our items.
And, you know, we talked about Gianni before, and that's item number one we're selling tonight. You talked about Gianni coming into your home and sampling those wines with you. And in doing so, I know that high bid's already up to $700. What a great value so far. I'm sure that's going to go up even higher here tonight. Another item that they're showing right now on your screen is that parking spot. How valuable is that, Dr. Bates?
There's ice, there's snow. You've got to find a moment to be close to the school. And so this one is priceless. Bid on that right now.
Yeah, it's right outside your door. Then we kind of roll right into if you're a golfer. I mean, we want to thank all our sponsors here that gave for golfing. Sandridge, we have St. Dennis, we have, just to name a few of those folks that come out there, your opportunity to play rounds of golf at some of the best courses in Northeast Ohio.
Kirtland, and to do it all summer.
We then jump right over to that hot air balloon ride. How romantic. I mean, not for you and I, but I mean just for, you know.
For you and your special someone, right?
Your special someone, that's right. And then probably one of the ones that people have talked about, I know we're on the John Carroll one. We have our tuition grants there for John Carroll, as you see up there. But one of the ones that people have been talking about coming up is at Sapphire Creek. If we talked about this before, we've been there multiple times. You've been there multiple times. How beautiful is it?
It is beautiful. It is like all of a sudden you're set in wine country, and you're just outside Chagrin Falls in a beautiful setting. This is a dinner for 10 with wine pairing. 8
courses.
My goodness.
I mean, it doesn't get any bit better than that, but what a great opportunity to bring a little of that West Coast where you're from California, right to our backyard.
And along with John Carroll, we also have great sponsorship from the University of Dayton. If you want to make college affordable, either of these opportunities are there for you. And of course, we need uniforms, so there's School Bells, a chance to bid on some certificates for School Bells. So tonight we are also raising money for the Holy Family Fund, and later in the program you'll hear something about that. But I want you to know that people already, just a couple minutes into our program, are being generous. I want to thank Joe and Angie Dubois. Joe and Angie sent their kids here to NDCL, and they've already come through, Scott, with $5,000 for the Holy Family Fund.
And one of the favorites here, Father Caddy. Father Caddy, we thank you for giving $1,000 already here, and we just started a short while ago here with raising money for that Holy Family Fund.
And just in, our board chair and her husband, Lynn and David Ernest, for $1,000. Thank you.
And one of our alumni, Jackie Preston Frank, was here. She gave $1,000. Jackie, we thank you for giving to your alma mater, to your alumni. We see you every year at the event. But thank you, Jackie and family, for giving your $1,000 here for the Holy Family Fund.
And Jackie for doubling yesterday as one of our drivers for the party packs and getting those out on time, and the charcuterie boards also fresh and ready for everybody to enjoy. Thank you. You know why we're here? We're here to raise money to make Catholic education affordable. Here on this campus, we educate leaders who transform the world as Jesus did by living the truth in love. I am so blessed and so fortunate each and every day to serve with 200 faculty and staff and coaches who serve our kids. I'd like you to meet 3 of them who make particular impact. Our principal at the high school, Mr. Joe Whaler, our principal at the elementary school, Dr. Jacqueline Hoynes, and our admissions director here at NDCL, Mr. Michael Suso. Give a listen.
To belong to a community where they truly are known and where they truly cared about means everything to them. Teachers will tell you, and especially the new teachers will tell you, that they're surprised almost every block as kids leave the room. They say thank you to the teacher. They get what their families are doing for them. They get what our donors are doing for them. They know you don't have to go to a school like this. No, there's no doubt in my mind that we have the best faculty that we've ever had here. The teachers and other educators here keep pushing this place along. So it's, leadership is a shared responsibility here. The best ideas in this school are not coming from the principal's office. The best ideas are coming into the principal's office. And so that dynamic group of teachers really made it possible for this school to win the National Blue Ribbon Award. They're the ones who make it possible for our students to get into the colleges of their choice. They're the drivers of this. I kind of see myself as maybe the orchestra conductor, but all the sounds are coming from them. They're on their way. They're not there yet, but boy, they're on their way. We're not in the business of educating followers. We're in the business of educating leaders. And I want our kids to recognize that because they were here, they can go forth in the world. They could be the person in whatever room they're in who can make the difference for good.
Being part of the Notre Dame community has been the best experience of my life. Since the day I walked in here, I have felt the warmth, the sense of community, the faith formation. It's just the best place to be. Every day as I walk down the halls, I hear children praying. Teaching religion is strong. Even when we were virtual, it was an important part of our curriculum. But more important than just learning about faith formation is the demonstration of our core values, which is intertwined with our Catholic identity. The absolute best part of my day is seeing the kids. Standing at that thermal gate every morning and saying good morning to them, and they're so respectful and they say good morning back, and as I walk down the hall they're waving at me. That truly brings me more joy than anything else. The best thing a parent of one of our students could say to me is, thank you for providing my child with such an excellent education.
My parents, if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't have been part of this community. And that gift that they gave me to be here, along with my brother, set me on a trajectory that wouldn't have been otherwise. What I find they most strongly identify with when they get to this campus is a sense of belonging, because they're made in God's image and likeness. They're valued for who they are and the gifts and talents that they have. And our responsibility as educators is to help them understand then how they're becoming the person that God calls them to be. Where really my hope for our graduates is that they judge the success in their own lives based on the number of people that they've impacted with the gifts and talents that God gave them. That's something that I believe is unique to our Notre Dame schools community, and that sponsorship by the Sisters of Notre Dame. Not so much how you can go out and help yourself, but how you can go out and help the world. As I'm out in the community, I love seeing Lion Pride throughout Northeast Ohio. I couldn't be happier at this moment to tell you that whoever has this carved lion in their party pack, you've just won a Mega Lion Spirit Pack valued at over $400. We'll be getting that to you in the next few days. Until then, go Lions!
Thank you, Michael. Thank you, Mr. Suso. I really appreciate it. So if you have that lion in your bag, take a look and please text 440-644-0888 because you are a lucky winner of a huge, wonderful Lion Spirit basket. That is awesome. Mr. Whaler, Dr. Hoynes, Mr. Suso, thank you for the gift of your testament to our school. It is an honor to serve with you. So in this moment, Scott, I think we better check some bids because yes, it is a symphony. Yes, it is music. And yes, we are educating leaders and not followers. But we're also raising money. So how are we doing on the bids?
You know, it's funny. You know, we talked earlier today like, hey, we're starting at 4:30. Who's going to watch at 4:30?
Everybody.
Thank you. I mean, thank you is all I can say. The bids are coming in. We've got $700 so far on Gianni. As you folks, as you talk, you can guys go right to your phone, as I'm kind of doing here, seeing what's there. Sapphire Creek is already up to $1,100. We have the John Carroll tuition grant up at $1,000. Golf All Summer, there's a top bid of $1,000. The parking spots at $500. Like we said, those are staying open till 9 p.m. tonight. So if you're getting in later because you're going ahead and spreading mulch because it's so nice today, you can go ahead and place those bids till 9 p.m. tonight, and also that Holy Family Fund will be open till Wednesday the 31st at 9 p.m. also.
Absolutely. It's been a pleasure to introduce you to a number of folks in our community, and I want to make sure to continue to do that. Typically on this day, on this night, we are, on the last Saturday of March, we're in the McGarry Gym. 500 people enjoying dinner and drinks and raising our paddle and helping. And I'm sorry that we can't be together as a community tonight, but I thank you for gathering with us and for raising money and effort.
But we're here tonight as a family together via virtually.
Amen. Amen. What would it be like to send a kid to Catholic school? You know it as a parent. What would it be like as a kid to experience that? You know that too as students. But to put 7 kids through NDCL, how's that possible? I want you to hear from John and Aileen Schneeberger and 2 of their kids because 7 of their children, their youngest, is here right now, and all of them have gone through NDCL.
My father was a 1942 graduate of Cathedral Latin, and my mother was a 1945 graduate of Notre Dame Academy down on Ansel Road. She always used to point that out down on Ansel Road. And Catholic education was important for them. Not only did they grow up with it, but I came from a family of 7 children, as did my bride. It's been a fantastic experience since 2000 when our oldest daughter Jackie started her freshman year. And I think it really comes from the top.
Everyone appreciates when someone's kind to them and when somebody treats them with respect. And I thought that the Catholic education really drove that home, both those things. Is, hey, you're not alone in this world, there's other people in this life with you, and you need to be kind and treat those people with respect. And I think the Catholic education was a strong foundation for that.
I just feel like it's been such a privilege to go throughout Catholic education because I'm surrounded by everyone who is involved in their faith.
A blessing to be able to afford to send the kids there. I can't say that when we started it we ever thought we would be able to do that financially, but the saying, which is truth, God will provide, and He did. And I just consider it such a gift. And I'm very grateful that we were able to send all 7 of them and that all 7 enjoyed it and took away so much from it. It was an investment, but very well spent.
Our children have thanked us for their education, and it's whether it was in a public setting or privately, each one of them have said, thank you for sending us to a school that has these types of teachers, this type of faculty, this type of moral compass, and that's good to hear. Again, because you want to make sure that your kids are happy and they turn out to be the best that they can be.
Thank you, Schneeberger family. John, from the class of 79, you are representing your brother Lions really well. Thank you very much. And not only are you of Cathedral Latin and also your brother, but to know that your dad from Cathedral Latin, your mom from Notre Dame Academy, I know that is a lot of pride for your family, and it's a lot of pride for us too. You know, I just heard that the winner of the Spirit Pack is also a Cathedral Latin alumni from the class of 1964. The Cathedral Latin Alumni Association president, Joe Nista, who is also serving on our board. A few years ago, we went to an Indians game, Scott, and we had special hats with the Cathedral Latin logo right on the side of it. It was a ton of fun.
You know, you look at things like that, and it's so amazing how these families can come together, as we talked about, as the mother went to Notre Dame, the father went to Latin, and now all of a sudden all their children are coming here also.
That's right. It's a lot of legacy. As I mentioned before, tens of thousands of alumni who are making impact, and you just got to meet some of them. So how's our auction doing?
You know, folks, if you're watching right now online and you kind of say, well, how do we get in? You can see the line right down here. Go to www.mainevent2021.ggo.bid to put in your bids. A lot of great things happening, as we talked about before, as you folks are screening through there. The high bids are still coming in, as they have been all evening here. You know, we're up to $800 on the wine tasting. We're up to, again, $1,100 here on Sapphire Creek. Keep those bids coming in all night, because, like I said, without your help, none of this would be possible.
Absolutely. We'd like for you to hear next from two great people of impact. One of them is one of our alumni, Tim Salser, and then he works side by side with Brian Barron, the president of business operations at the Cleveland Indians baseball organization. And so we root for our home team tonight, even though Cleveland, in just right now, actually as we speak, Shane Bieber is throwing against Trevor Bauer, Indians against Dodgers. I'm rooting for the home team. And but particularly because Brian and Tim, I'd like you to hear from them because their lives are so connected to our campus. Let's give a listen.
When I think of the school and the campus, a couple of things come to mind, and a few things make me feel that way. When I think about Notre Dame schools, I think about how happy my dad was to finish his teaching and coaching career the same way he started it. I feel this way when I visit the campus because of something my father left behind as a reminder of his time teaching and coaching at NDCL. The players who had the privilege of competing on teams that he coached were tough on the playing field. And opponents remembered the day that they competed against NDCL. One of the things that opponents likely remember is a tradition that my father started after games. My father took pride in starting the tradition of gathering his players, the cheerleaders, and their families before the statue of the Blessed Virgin to offer a prayer of thanksgiving after every game, win or lose. And that's why whenever I visit NDCL, I walk up that little hill to the statue of the Blessed Virgin, and I'm thankful that my dad had the opportunity to teach and coach out at NDCL.
When I'm out there today, it's amazing just to see the transformation and how far it's come in the past years. And then I go right back to the memories, all the great classmates and teachers and teammates and coaches and the impact that they had on me. And what a difference the beautiful campus is when there's actually people. So either for a Friday night football game or the students in the middle of the school day, they are the ones that bring life to the campus of NDCL.
When I think about the long-standing traditions of our brands and why we've been successful, a couple of things come to mind. Notre Dame Academy, Cathedral Latin, NDCL, and the Indians are like oak trees. They've been around for decades and decades. But it's the Sisters of Notre Dame, the administrators, the faculty, the students, and the parents at NDCL, along with the players and coaches and front office staff and game day staff for the Indians. These are the people who bring our brands to life, and what truly differentiates our brands are the people on the inside.
The Cleveland Indians have been very fortunate to have a number of Notre Dame school graduates that have been employed in our organization, and they've learned from being at the Notre Dame schools the importance of being part of a team. And when they come to the Indians, they're so well prepared and so well rounded. We currently have 7 full-time employees that work with the Cleveland Indians that work across 6 different departments.
In a world where wealth, flash, and status is glorified, I find myself centering my thoughts and actions and words around my faith. My faith is something that keeps me grounded and forever humble. I was fortunate to grow up in a household with parents who loved all of us. They taught all of us the importance of working hard and doing things the right way.
So I define excellence as not a destination or a result, but it's the journey and the process that you're on. How do you constantly improve and get better? And I think if you bring that mindset of always wanting to improve, always wanting to learn and grow and work with others to get to a better place, that's what really is excellence, or my definition of excellence.
Obviously, Notre Dame means a lot to both Tim and to me. We probably wouldn't be here together if it weren't for NDCL.
We're excited to welcome fans back to Progressive Field in 2021, and we'd like to give away 4 Field Box tickets. If you could please check your party pack and look for the Tito Francona and Son bottle of sauce. If you have that, you are our winner. Please take a picture of the bottle and text it back, and we will give you the tickets, and we look forward to seeing you down at Progressive Field. Go Tribe.
Brian and Tim, God bless you. What dear friends you are of Notre Dame schools, of all of us. Thank you for all that you do, particularly in this year of the pandemic and all the changes you've had to make, as we have too at school. You are dear friends, and I thank you for the testament you give of faith and of moral purpose for the education that we provide here. 1,100 students each day, Scott. Grades K through 12 this year, typically preschool through 12. We had to shut down preschool this year because of COVID. It'll come back next fall. And so our next moment of talent is coming to us straight from the heart, a moment of grace from our chapel here at Notre Dame Cathedral Latin. The first time I heard Kaylee Collins singing was not here at school. It was from Progressive Field. It was just an amazing moment. I thought, who's that voice? And sure enough, it's a Notre Dame Cathedral Latin student singing the national anthem at Progressive Field. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a listen to Amazing Grace by Kaylee Collins.
I'm Kaylee Collins, and today I'll be singing Amazing Grace. I chose Amazing Grace because it really shows me that by the grace of God, no matter how tough times get, I will always be able to turn to God. I've been singing since I was 5 years old. When I grow up, I hope to be a cardiothoracic surgeon. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now I'm found. Was blind, but now I see. 'Twas grace that taught my heart to fear, and grace my fears relieved. How precious did that grace appear, the hour I first believed. Through many dangers, toils, and snares, I have already come. 'Twas grace that brought me safe thus far, and grace will lead me home.
Wow.
I'm speechless.
Kaylee, you have a beautiful voice. Thank you for sharing it on this Palm Sunday weekend with our families. Thank you for inspiring us. We get through hard times through grace. We get through hard times by taking care of one another. Tonight's the night where we take care of one another, where we ensure that we have the resources capable to make possible this education here. It's Easter. It's time of resurrection. It's time of growth. It's time of spring. It's Happy Easter. Why give? Every dollar that you give tonight makes a difference to make Catholic education more affordable. We're going to give a listen to Mr. Whaler and John Schneeberger explain to you what the Holy Family Fund is about. Give a listen.
has had the Holy Family Fund for a number of years, where we're really imitating what St. Joseph did. In my office, I have a poster that hangs right behind my desk, and it says, you know, before his own empty hands and closed doors, Joseph turned to hope. Hope that finds a way when there is none. The Holy Family Fund gives people hope, because when a door slams on them, and maybe that's the door slammed of unemployment, maybe that's the door slammed of serious illness, maybe that's the door slammed of a house burning down, who knows what the crisis will be. People stand before us with their empty hands, and they just turn to hope. Well, the Holy Family Fund, through our generous donors, makes that hope possible. And we can open those doors so that young man, that young woman can continue in education and not have to worry.
It's so enlightening and enjoyable to see parents at like the main event, whether it's live or now, you know, a virtual event, giving to the school in order to help those who are sometimes less fortunate. Obviously now through this recent pandemic, there's been a lot of job losses. Even if folks aren't losing their job, they're seeing hours cut back and a great reduction in income. And that Holy Family Fund allows a lot of these kids who deserve a Catholic education, who will take advantage of a Catholic education and then give back later on in life in order to continue their education. It shouldn't come down to finances. If these families are committed to Catholic education and they're making every effort and they just need something to help them get over the hump, I think that all this can be there for them, and that way they don't have to have that conversation with their son or daughter.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is a give from the heart moment. Thank you. This is a give from the heart moment. We had a technical difficulty. It's a give from the heart moment. Thank you, Joe. Thank you, John, for giving such a wonderful testament to what the Holy Family Fund is. Particularly, it's this, and it's happened to me in each of the 4 years where I've served as president. There's a tragic moment that happens. And in that tragic moment, for the family, whatever it is a humbling moment for us here at school to be able to say to families, we're there for you. We'll figure this out. We'll make it happen. And because tonight you have an opportunity to give to the Holy Family Fund, you get to make possible to provide the resources so that kids get to keep staying here. It's a give from the heart moment.
And we're almost at $20,000, as you see on the screen right now. And ladies and gentlemen, as you guys are sitting at home right now watching us, we just like to thank you, because the greatest gift that you all can give us here at Notre Dame Schools is the ability to educate your children.
Absolutely. Thank you for spending your evening with us. Thank you for considering a gift to the Holy Family Fund. Please continue bidding on those auction items. As Scott's mentioned a couple of times, that auction is open until 9 o'clock. If you don't have the clicker in front of you, if you don't have the phone in front of you to make the bid right now, the Holy Family Fund gift will be possible and open all the way until Wednesday. In this Easter week, please give from the heart. Make a difference.
You know, you hit the nail on the head. You know, when we give, and we give to a community, and our community here is family, what's enough? You know, give what you can give is all I can say. There's different bidding increments you can give right on your phone there. It's $5,000, $2,500, $1,000, $500, $250, and $100. And say you want to give $750. Say you can only give $50. There's also that custom link. You can go ahead and put your bids in there.
It matters. It really matters. I appreciate everything that went into making this happen. My colleagues, Kevin Kranek and Josephine Ambrose, you put this all together. I thank Michael Cardamone of the Cardamone Marketing Group. I thank Barry Wolf, our technical director. I thank Sarah Boyle and Kyle Yates, our students. Take a look at them. There they are when they were helping us with rehearsal 2 nights ago, and they're behind the technical booth tonight running all the audio and everything else. Thank you, dear students. You are shining lights in this moment. I'd like to particularly thank our title sponsor, Pat O'Brien Chevrolet.
And I'd also like to thank our presenting sponsor, which is the Kruschke Family Plastics Machinery Group, along with all of our other sponsors that have sponsored here to make this event a success.
When you consider all of our sponsors, people who have stood by us when we had to go virtual and online last year and continuing into this year, please support their businesses. They have stood by Notre Dame schools, and they'll stand by you with great service. On behalf of our Board of Directors of Notre Dame Schools, on behalf of our faculty and staff, on behalf of everyone here who thrives because of you on the Notre Dame Schools campus, we thank you for joining us for the 2021 main event. God bless you all, and we wish you a most blessed Easter.
There's a great spiritual song that I love, and the lyrics go like this. I'm not going to sing it, but the lyrics say, "We've come this far by faith, leaning on the Lord." Well, since 1878 for Notre Dame Academy, 1916 for Cathedral Latin School, 1988 for NDCL, we've come this far by faith, leaning on the Lord and leaning on you. Leaning on you, not squeezing you for donations, but leaning on you to help us make this education possible for thousands of young people. And for that, I am just so grateful. Thank you very much.
Thank you for being so generous.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for supporting our school.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for supporting us.
Thank you.
Thank you for your support.
Thank you for being generous.
Thank you for supporting our school.
Thank you for being part of our community.